What I love about Brother Desmond is he is humble. He's obedient when it comes to God. In the middle of the service, God began to speak to me. God said, let Brother Desmond lift the offering. He stood back there, looking at me, and I'm looking at him like, he's speaking in front of millions of people all the time. But you got to understand, he's speaking in front of investors that holds $1 million, but you got to understand the authority of God is different.
Right.
Even though he's done it 1,000,000 times and he sat in front of people, it's different when it comes to God.
Yes.
And I just like to thank you for not sitting on God. Because I wasn't going to force you to do it. I thank you for that. Today, I'm trying not to prolong the time, y'all. I know we done been here for a while. You set the atmosphere for the house on today. And I just like to thank God once again, because it's like when he give me a word, it's like I be asking God, God, give me a word for the house. I don't want to come up here and just speak something from me, from the inside of me. So I asked God to give me a word for the house. And every time God gives me a word, it be for the house. You came up here and you confirmed two, you said one thing. You said even though it's 2 languages, we're still going to touch the world. I didn't call you and ask you to speak until 5 minutes to pray until 5 minutes you walk in the door. He was right there coming down the road. God got a funny way of confirming things. But I thank you too. And God is going to take you higher too. But if you can and if you will, can you grab your Bibles and can you please go to Genesis chapter 11. I'm going to show you how God confirmed his word. Genesis chapter 11, and we're going to read verse 1 through 9. I'm going to give you my 30 seconds. When you have it, can you say amen or nod your head? Genesis chapter 11, verse 1. It says, at one time, all the people of the world spoke the same language and used the same words. As people migrated to the east, they found a plain in the land of Babylon and settled there. They began saying to each other, let's make bricks and hollow them with fire. In this region, bricks were used instead of stone, and tar was used for mortar. They said, come, let's build a great city for ourselves with a tower that reaches into the sky. This will make us famous and keep us from being scattered all over the world. But the Lord came down to look at the city and the tower and the city and the tower the people was building. Look, he said, the people are united. They all speak the same language. After this, nothing they set out to do will be impossible for them. Come, let us go down and confuse the people with different languages. Then they won't be able to understand each other. In that way, the Lord scattered them all over the world, and they stopped building the city. That is why the city is called Babel, because that is where the Lord confused the people with different languages. In this way, he scattered them all over the world. Father God, right now as I come before you, Father, I'm coming willingly, I'm coming humbly. Father, right now I'm asking you that you speak this word over the house right now. Father, I'm asking that you fill your people up with wisdom and knowledge right now, God. God, allow this word not to fall on deaf ground, but allow it to fall on good ground. Because God, there's someone in the house right now, Father, needs this word. And Father, I ask that you lift me up as I decrease, and you increase on the inside of me. And you allow me to bring the word the way that you desire, and the way that you want the word brought forth. In Jesus' name I pray. And if I had to put a title on this message, the title would be, I hear God saying, unlock your full potential. But then he told me, he said, son, call it tap in. You can be seated. And y'all know I'm a teacher. I gotta make sure you understand when I get up. Now, a lot of us familiar with this. We're familiar with Genesis chapter 11, verse 1 through 9. We're familiar, it's been spoke, it's been taught many a time. We're familiar with how the people in the world at one time, we all use the same language. We're familiar with that. But what I find so important, so amazing about this text, and this is what a lot of people preach on, but I'm going to carry it back and I'm going to educate you on this. What I find amazing is God is showing you the potential that these people had. The potential that they could do anything and do anything and become and do anything that they want to do in the world. This is what God's sharing with us. And if you got history of this, you'll understand that these people were not of God. These were the people of Noah and his sons, their descendants. They wasn't of God. But before I carry on, I'm going to give you a brief history on this. In order for you to understand Genesis chapter 11, verse 1 through 9, you got to also understand Genesis 9 and Genesis 1. We got to understand that. If you don't understand Genesis 1 and Genesis 9, then you're not going to understand Genesis chapter 11. Genesis 1, who God spoke to? He spoke to Adam and Eve. What did he told Adam and Eve? To multiply. This is the purpose that God created man. He created man for us to multiply. So that's the purpose why he created Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve, everything was going fine. Everything was going fine. We had no sin in the world. We had to worry about what we eat. We had to worry about what we drink. We had to worry about nothing. We were just living life, just worshiping and praising God. What happened was, sin came into the world. And this is what happened. And being that sin came into the world, we all got to understand that God would not dwell in a place that's filthy. He won't dwell there. We got to understand that. So, being that Adam and Eve sinned, they couldn't carry out the mission for God. They sinned. And because of that one sin that they did when they ate from the tree of life, this is what happened. It caused sin to spread throughout the world. Jesus. You got to understand, Adam and Eve was our fathers. So now, we understand Genesis chapter 1. Let's move on to Genesis 9. Genesis 9. Being that Adam and Eve had sinned and caused sin to flow through the world rapidly, what he had to do, he had to flood the world. Come on now. He had to flood it. So being that he had to flood it, he also had to choose a chosen people to carry out the same vision that he had put inside the people. We got to understand that too. The people that he chose was Noah. He chose Noah and his sons to carry out this. So now, we understand that Noah, his sons, they got on a boat, he built an ark. God done wiped the world out. Now we coming back to the point where we got Genesis chapter 11 now. So now all that took place, and now we have Genesis chapter 11. The Bible tells us that all the people in the world spoke the same language. Imagine a world where everybody speak the same language. We all on one accord. That's good. We all understand each other. Yes, Lord. A world like that. And we got to understand this is what God's looking for in the church. Yes. He's looking for a church to speak the same language. And I'm going to get to that. This is what God's looking for. So God told me potential. Potential definition is to have the ability to become something in the future. This is what potential means now. Come on now. Potential means having the ability to become something in the future. If you want to be a doctor, you have the ability. You want to be a lawyer, whatever you want to be, you have the ability, you have the potential. But you got to understand, as long as you have enough your potentials, you can only go as far as you allow yourself to go. Come on now. Because this is what God said. God said, son, my people have to tap into the source. Come on now. So what you got to understand is, you don't know what you're capable of. You don't know what you can do. You just know as far as, I desire this. And once you desire something, the Bible said where two or more agree. So if I desire that I'm going to be a businessman and I'm going to own businesses and I'm going to be a billionaire before I die, I got my wife, she's supporting me and we both praying and agreeing to it. then I don't become that businessman that I want to be. But you got to understand that was unity. That's what that was. So now I understand this. You got to hear the key words when I say, I'm become that businessman that I want to be. That's the key word. So now I'm running off my own source, my own power. But you got to understand, God's word don't come back to him void.
That's right.
It's keys in the Bible. I always tell y'all that. You can unlock any door with God's keys. So now check this out right here now. If you look at that scripture, what God did with those people, you got to ask yourself, one, why did they scatter? How did they know they was going to be scattered? How did they know this? How? It goes back to Genesis 1 and Genesis 9. How did they know they was going to be scattered? God had a vision for the people. His vision was for us to come out and spread his word throughout the world.
Come on now.
This is God's vision. That's all God wants us to do is spread his word and become disciples. That's what God wants us to do. But the people in Genesis chapter 11, they decided they didn't want to do that. They decided that what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a city called Shinar. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I think it's Shinar. They decided they were going to go to a city called Shinar. And what they was going to do after the flood, that they was going to get together, they was going to gather there. They was going to stay there. Okay? You got to listen, you got to look at this verse again. It said, we're going to build a city to make our names great.
Come on now.
So we won't be scattered.
Come on now.
Look at the churches today. People building churches, and when they come in, who they want you to worship? They want you to worship man. And you got to understand, God, he don't go for that. Well, everything that we do for God.
That's right.
Everything that we do, God should get the glory from behind it.
That's right.
So with these people, God allows us to see that. He told us, he said, they're going to build a city to make their names great. So they was building a city to make themselves famous. They were building a city so they wouldn't be scattered. This is what they was building. They was building it to get their name so their name can have glory. But how many of you know God will come in and he'll shake a foundation?
Come on
He'll
now.
do it.
Come on now.
I'm a willing testimony behind this. Big, get up. I like teaching, y'all. I don't like coming in and making you shout no substance behind that. When you go home, you deal with the same thing. You got to understand where I'm coming from. So this is what God did. See right here? This is how God started us out with the vision that he gave us for the house. This is the vision that God gave us for the house. To make disciples out of each and everybody in here. So this is a vision. He gave us a vision at the same time. One of us went forth with it. One of us didn't want to go forth with it. So he gave it to us at the same time. And you just walk real slow and stop when you get like Isaac. So he gave us a vision at the same time. Now this is a vision he put in on both of us. You can stop right there. So now I'm sitting back here because I got another vision. I got something else in mind. I don't want to go do that yet, God. I want to go get the businesses that I want. This is what I want. This is the potential that you put inside, you didn't put inside me, that I put inside of me. So this is what I want. Now my wife, she moving forward into the plans that God have for her. For this house. So now you got to understand this right here. This is why this ministry is blessed. This is why this ministry ain't going nowhere. I don't care how you talk about it. I don't care what you do. What God ordained is nothing you can do about it. Amen. So this is what happened. She caught the vision and she ran with it. I got the vision, but I didn't ran with it. Because I had needed some things I had what God do for me before I can do for him. But how many of you know the same way when he dealt with the people in Genesis chapter 11, he dealt with me. I don't preach on you, I preach on myself. He dealt with me. This is what he did. That business you want, I ain't going to give it to you yet. Whatever else you want, I ain't going to give it to you yet. I'm going to strip you of everything you got. I'm going to strip you of all your money. I'm going to make it uncomfortable to you. You got no choice but to line up with my will. And this is what he did with the same people in that scripture. They had to line up with what God was telling them to do. So let me show you what happened. So I wasn't lining up. Could have lost everything. Could have went in foreclosure. I could have lost everything. Because I wasn't lined up because the potentials that I had inside of me, I had wanted to go somewhere else. So now, as I began to take baby steps, As I begin to walk, now I'm walking. I'm about to my wife. I'm almost there. Now I'm at a crossroads. I can go back. I can go left. I can go right. I can go either way I want to go. But the intentions for God want me to do, God want me to go forward. If I go backwards, I'm going to face all the hell that I've been going through. If I go right, if I go left, I'm going to still face hell. But at the same time, if I go right or left, I can still come back and detour and get back in my rightful place. I didn't decide to go right. I didn't decide to go left. I decided to come back in and line up with the vision. Now I'm lined up with the vision. Now look at the house. Look at what God's doing. What we doing? We moving. Together. Because I lined up with the vision. Now let me show you what happened by me lining up with the business. With God's vision. Everything I had wanted, the business, money in my account, house, cars, everything I had wanted, what he did? He gave it to me. Because you got to understand, God, when you tap into God, your true source, you can go further than you can go.
Jesus.
I just want to share something with you real quick. We was out. Something tell us to go to Subway. We went to Subway. We spoke with a man that worked for Mr. McDaniel. Mr. McDaniels, he owned the Acura dealership, the Porsche dealership, and all the other dealerships that you can think of. So we said, we gonna go speak with Mr. McDaniel. The man said, nah, y'all ain't gonna talk to him. He ain't gonna talk to y'all. He ain't gonna talk to y'all, y'all ain't gonna talk to him. This is crazy over here saying, you know who we serve? We serve God. We gonna talk to Mr. McDaniel today. We sat there for about an hour, he supposed to be gone. So this is what happened. It's a story, it's something behind this, so I might teach you something. So when we went in, we sat there for about 15 minutes. We did that. But when he came over and he spoke with us, he said one thing that was important to me, one thing that had caught my attention. He didn't went off his own potential. He went off of God. He said he made a pact with God a long time ago. He didn't ask God for money. He didn't ask God for wisdom. He didn't ask God for none of that. He said, God, if you give me the strength, I can do the rest. Don't you know how powerful that is?
Jeez.
If you give me the strength, I can do the rest. Y'all, I'm just showing you when you tap into God, what God do for you.
Jeez.
This man, God gave this man a vision right there on Killian Road when nothing was over there to buy all that land up. This is a vision that God gave him. He spent $10 million on that land. And guess how much the land worth today? $30 million. Because he lined up with God's vision. He allowed God to move him, and he not move up his own potentials. So you gotta understand, God in the business, he multiplied. He tripled the money that he put into it. The pact that he made with God was when he died, when he leave here, this is what he's working on now. He is 70 years old. Now he got to pay a debt back to God. The debt is, I'm going to build shelters for veterans to live in.
Jeez.
And all my money that I got going to go towards that. But what he did was he lined up with God. He lined up with God's vision, and lined up with God, and allowed God to flow through him. A lot of us don't do that. We don't. We live life the way we want to live life. The things that we desire, we go after. Let me tell you, I want to say this about God. Jesus could not fulfill the vision that God had from him if he didn't desire to fulfill his Father's will. It wouldn't. You can pray all day. You can pray, you can ask God all day for something. How many of you have, matter of fact, I'm going to show it to you. You know how many of us in here pray for a certain thing that we've been praying for about 5 or 10 years, and we haven't seen that thing came to pass yet? Well, one thing we can go pray for when we get desperate in the need that we need, and it happens like that. A lot of us have things that we want, but we ain't willing to pay the price for it. And that's the thing. Jesus was willing to pay the price with his life for his Father's business. But God sent us, and we ain't willing to pay the price. We ain't willing to spread God's word. We just want to sit on it. And that ain't what God called us for. He called us to spread his word. He called us to be disciples. That means when I eat my spearmint and eat, I got to release. It's not for me to keep. And that's what we have to understand. When you tap in with God, when you tap in with the real source, the sky's the limit. It's the limit. You can go as far as you can go as far as God take you when you tap in with God. And God, He just been teaching me, He's been like just showing me certain things since I tap in with Him. And it's like, I just can't fathom it and tell y'all and help y'all understand what God is doing with me. It's like, when I read, He gives me revelations when I'm reading the Word. If you look at Genesis chapter 11, look at this right here. Look at Genesis chapter 11, verse 7. I want y'all to see this. You probably read the scripture a million times. You probably never paid attention to it. Look at Genesis chapter 11, verse 7. When you sit with God, you should understand the knowledge and the wisdom He pouring into you. Look at Genesis chapter 11, verse 7. Somebody, what did it say? It said, come, let us go down and confuse their language. Y'all ain't never question that? Come, let us go down. Us is what? Plural. Yes. That means that was two people.
Yes, Lord.
All right. In Genesis 1, when He say, let us make man in our own kind, in our own image.
Come on now. Yes, God.
He said us. Who is the us?
Yes, God. Come on, break it down.
Man, I was in the house going crazy. I was like, God, you gotta give me this. I'm like, who is us? Who is us?
Yes, Jesus.
Now, this is my opinion, because I never add nothing to the Bible. First, I was in Alabama. I said, okay, us. Is it the angels in heaven? I'm like, who is us? Is it your son, Jesus? Now, this is my opinion. And notice I say, my opinion. You gotta understand, God said He knows what? The beginning, the end, and the middle. He knows the beginning, the middle, the beginning, the middle, and the end. God already know He had to send Jesus.
Yeah.
He already knew this.
Yeah.
He had understanding of that. He already seen the vision. He already know Adam and Eve was going to mess up.
Yeah.
He already know that his sons and their descendants were going to mess up.
Yeah.
He already knew this. When God came down, this is what I believe. I believe He had Jesus with Him. Now this is what I believe now. You ain't got to come back to me later. You ain't got to say I'm confused. I say this is what I believe. I believe God already had Jesus with Him. That's what I believe. Now when God came down, that's crazy. He said, come. He said, let us confuse their language. Let us come down. Well, let us go down. That had me bugging for a minute. And we all know, us is plural. We all know that. We all know us mean more than one person. So, I was just asking God. But what I'm trying to tell you is, when you follow the plan and the will of God, and when you tap into your true source, and when you tap into what God wants you to do and what God wants you to become, it's no limits on your potential at all. You wouldn't have to go through some of the stuff that you're going through. You wouldn't have to deal with some of the stuff you're dealing with, because you're letting God flow through you. If you look at Oprah Winfrey, Oprah can go higher than what she had. You told me about she can? She can go higher. Where Oprah's soul said? It's inside of her. She said she believed in what? A higher calling, a higher power. She never acknowledged God. Now, some of us, we don't have, how can I put this? We don't have enough potential on the inside of us to believe that where we want to go, we can go. She has so much faith, so much potential on the inside of her that look what God, well, I ain't gonna say God, look what she allowed herself to sit at. Yeah. Look where she at. Now, imagine if she just tapped in with God, her source. She could go higher. Look at your old scene. Look at this church. He believes in a higher calling. Yeah. Look at this church. You gotta understand the power of unity. Unity is so powerful. When we first started this house, when God gave us a vision, I went back and I started thinking about some of the things we would teach them. Yeah. We teach about unity. Yeah. We teach about love. Yeah. We taught about all of that. But where we at now, God wasn't going to allow us to get to that point.
Come on, teach it.
How many of y'all familiar with the wheat and the tear? Y'all familiar with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Check this out. When we first started, people had wrong motives. People had wrong intentions. Their potential was wrong. It wasn't for the house. The same way God had to scatter that city, He had to come in and scatter and move some people out the way.
Come on now and scatter.
You got to understand that. If the house is filthy, He can't do well here.
Come on.
And this is something that He called, something He ordained.
Jesus.
So if this is something that He called and He ordained, then He's going to remove the ones that are supposed to be here.
Yes, Lord.
God's looking for a perfect church.
Yes.
This is what He's looking for. I like how the man of God said, when He go out, when we walk, people just move out our way. It's something different about us. It's a different ministry. It's a different calling. We understand the potentials of this ministry. I need you to understand the potential. We not no shop ministry, and then go out and we got no substance. That's not what we are. We are a deliverance ministry.
Yes, Lord.
We got to set people free. I tap in with the source. So I know what this ministry is capable of.
Yes, Lord.
I need for y'all to come tap in now.
Yes, Jesus.
That's all.
Jesus.
That's the only way we're going to go higher. That's the only way we're going to go international.
Come on, tap in.
That's the only way we're going to build His kingdom.
Yes, Lord.
We got to tap into the source.
Jesus.
And if we're not tapping into the source, we ain't going nowhere. We're just going to go as high as we can go.
You're right.
I just love how God just sits with me. And I love what He's doing with me on the inside. God is good.
Yes,
He is real good. And I know it's getting late. I mean, I got so much, but you just understand, like, for us, the only way you're going to reach your full potential in life, you got to tap in with God. You got to. You got to understand what potential do. Potential produce faith. That's what potential do. What potential do is give you something. It gives you a vision. It's like, okay, I see where I want to go. Now I got to have the faith to believe I can get to where I want to go. Jesus, his potential produced faith for Him. That's what happened. It helped Jesus get to the point of doing what His Father had called Him to do. Let me share something with you. I promise you, I'm going to stop holding you. This is what the world will do to you. This is what the world will do with your potential on the inside of you. If you have potential and you don't have a goal and you don't know where you're going, the world will give you a goal. You will find yourself doing any and everything. You will find yourself being like the world, not doing what Jesus called you to do. Then you'll find yourself going through different things that you ain't supposed to go through. But you're going through it because you ain't lining up with what God wants you to do.
Right.
We have to do what it is that God called us to do.
Right.
Jesus laid the blueprint out for us. He was about His Father's business. And everything that we got on the inside of us, and we can just come to the grips and do what it is that Jesus has called us to do, and put more potential in what He called us to do, everything that you want will be added. You won't go through some of the things you've been going through. I know there's not a message that move you or probably have you shaking. I'm a teacher. That's what I do. So at the end of the day, don't allow your potential to be in you. You're not gonna go far like that. It always will be a cap, like Oprah, like Joel Osteen. He can't get no bigger. He probably got 100,000 people worship with him. It's a cap. You're not gonna go far. If I didn't do it the way God had wanted me to do it, I would have never been down there. I would have never got to that. He kept that from me for 4 years. He allowed me to be around it. But He kept it from me. He couldn't trust me with that. Because if He would have gave me that, He couldn't trust me with His business. His business is more important than that. Y'all more important than that. Because y'all His business. And this is what we got to understand. When your brother and sister is in need, they're more important than your job. I know you're saying, no, wait a minute now, they ain't more important than my job. That take care of me. No, God take care of you.
That's right.
That's what take care of me. But at the end of the day, I ain't gonna keep calling you. At the end of the day, this is what I want to leave with you. Whatever potentials you have, wherever you see yourself going, please line God up with it. Please allow God to be the front of it. Because if it ain't, you're not going to go far. You might be successful. You might get some of the things that you want. But it's another level. You don't understand as far as the potential that we have on the inside of us. You don't understand our capabilities once we tap into our source. See, he tapped in. See what he did? He tapped in. And matter of fact, God will say something on you for you doing that. How your life changed since you tapped into God? Thank you. This young man came in the office, started reading. He said, y'all know, I'm reading my Bible now. I mean, I understand more things that I used to didn't understand. And the same things that we've been telling him that he is a leader. He came back, he said, y'all was telling me that a long time ago. He came back, he told us, I think it was your band instructor or your band leader or somebody. He said, Jameson, you are a leader, son. He came back, y'all just understand the zeal this young man had.
Yes.
And with the help from us, he's going to get to where you need to be at. This is God's business. Y'all God's business. That's why we care about y'all so much. That's why we check on y'all when y'all don't show up at church. That's why, I don't fuss, yeah. That's why she fuss. I don't fuss. That's why she fuss. But it's not that she fussing because it's a fuss that I love you. I see so much on the inside of you. God got it better for you. And I know sometimes, look at this, she's smiling. I bet you're like, no, you're getting on my nerves. Not me, I'm talking about her. And what she doing, she will never change.
She knows, but you know what? God gives her how to deal with each and every one of us on a different basis.
And see, this is what you gotta understand. It's not about money. We love y'all. We just want to do our Father's business.
Yes, Lord.
That's all we want. And when with this ministry, he said it perfectly. He said, pastors, they need our help. That's what he said. We do. We try to go international. We can't go international we can, but I'm saying it'll be a lot easier if it me, her, and all of y'all.
Yes, Lord.
Y'all know how much potential we have together?
Yes.
That's unity.
Yes.
We all agree on the same thing.
Yes, Lord.
We all speak the same language.
Yes, Lord.
The Bible said it was one time in the world that everybody in the world spoke the same language.
Jesus.
The same language. And all he wants to do today is, in this church right here, where we can speak the same language, and we can have unity, and we can be on one accord. You know the impact we are making in this world?
Yes, Lord.
You only say you only need one church.
Let's tap in.
One church. With no spots, no wrinkles.
Yes, Lord.
One church. And we can be that church. We can be that church.
Jesus. Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord.
Y'all know how much Columbia needs us? Y'all know how much it needed on the outside of these four walls?
Yes, Lord.
You got, no, I'm about to let y'all go. Let me show you the difference. I might show you this, I promise I'll let you go. This is right here. Yeah, I'm gonna say it.
Jesus.
When men set out to build a ministry that's gonna favor them, and they willing to pay any price, and they got somebody backing them, and they praying with them, they'll succeed. It don't have to be a church that you go to that's going to deliver you. It don't have to be a church that you go to that's going to bring the best out of you, that's going to bring the God out of you. We see it all the time. You have ministries that hold over 1,000 people, 100,000 people, and it's dead on the inside. The people are lost. And you want you to understand, the people, they don't know really nothing about God. The only thing they doing is worshiping man. Man set up a pedestal for him. He getting the glory. He all over the world. He traveling. He getting the glory. And this is what happened. The churches, if you look at the churches today, what the potential of the church supposed to be? To go out, set people free, and deliver them. This is the assignment of the church. But we don't see churches doing that. We don't see churches in the communities. We don't see churches going outside the four walls. They tap out the source. They not tapping in with the source. They build a house for God, but they not tap into God. They build a house for God, but they sleep with all the women in the church. They build a house for God, but they take all the money out the church. The money that the church produces, we should see something different out there.
Yes, Lord.
You got to give back. We have to tap into God. We tap into God. We do. We do. And it starts with us. And new beginnings, we're going to do that. Because I see a shift. I see a difference in each and every one of y'all. I mean, like, all the chaos we had in the church before, that's done. That's over with. The wheat and the tear. Wrong motives. Came for the wrong reason. Everybody here now for the right reasons. You don't feel that love when you come in and you talk with your sisters and your brothers? Y'all don't feel that? Y'all don't see when church over with nobody want to go home? Everybody sits around for like 3 or 4 hours? It's like we went to the fair, like, me and my wife, we look back, and I'm going to let y'all go. We look back, we look at the film, we look like, wow, this is what God wants us at. This is what we're supposed to be at. Y'all don't understand when we were on that family day. That was family day. We family.
Yeah.
There was so much love on that day.
Yes.
Y'all don't understand that. Y'all got to tap in. Y'all got to see and feel what we see. Y'all just understand. We going high. And God got to work with each and every one of y'all in here. And y'all going to reach your full potential. Y'all going to do it. We're not going to be like the people in Genesis chapter 11, verse 1 through 9. We're not going to try to get the glory out of what we do. We're going to get the glory to God. And that's what He put us up for.
Wow.
And until we understand that, and so people out there understand that, the world's not going to change. We have to be set for God's glory. And that's what God wants from us. Same blueprint Jesus followed, that's what we're going to follow. The same blueprint. So at this time, I just want to say a prayer over the house. And I just want to give God thanks for the house. I just want to give Him thanks for the sheep that He brought to the house. I just want to give Him thanks at this time for the work that He about to place into the people. I just thank Him for all that. Like you said, you seen a vision. He gave me my wife, she sat up here and she told me, like she told y'all the story before. I woke up one day and I said, babe, I see like thousands of people. It ain't about people now. But this is a vision what God gave me one night when I woke up. And you gotta understand now, as we put more rules and regulations in place, I see it happening now. It couldn't happen before. For one, I wasn't lined up with it. So it couldn't happen. So at this time, if you can please stand with me? I just want to pray. Father, right now, I just want to give you thanks for what you have done on this day. Father, I give you thanks for the new beginning of outreach ministry right now, Father. Father, I give you thanks for the sheep that you have brought to this house right now. Father, right now, Father, one of my prayers that I'm lifting up to you right now, Father. Father, I said you give the people strength right now, Father. I said you give them strength right now, Father. Father, allow your strength, allow your wisdom, allow your knowledge to pour down from heaven right now, God. God, I said you fill each vessel right now with your strength, with your knowledge. God, you know our course right now, God. So I ask that you allow them to see the vision, God. Allow them to see the vision for the house right now, God. Allow them to see the vision that you have placed inside your leaders right now. And God, right now we're going to carry your name high. We're going to make sure that everything that we do, God, that you get the glory. And that only you get it, not us, not man, not woman, but you get the glory. And God, we thank you right now, God. God, we thank you for this ground that you have put us on right now, God. God, this was a training ground. We thank you for the training ground right now, God. God, we thank you for how you're going to take us high. You're going to take us high in you right now. And God, we give you praise right now. We give you praise right now, God, for that new building that you're sending right now, God. God, we give you praise right now, God. God, we know that building's going to be debt-free. It's going to be debt-free. We speak right now in unity right now, God. God, we give you thanks right now. God, we give you thanks right now. God, we give you thanks for Mexico right now, God. God, we shall evangelize in Mexico, God. Your man of God spoken over your name, God. We shall evangelize in Mexico, God. And we shall do it right now, God. I will put a time frame on it. Before next year out, we will evangelize in Mexico. Before next year out, God. We will do it. And you will bring down your strength right now. And God, I speak right now to the finances right now. The finances that we need to travel to Mexico, it will be in our bank account. I speak to it right now, God. I speak that there won't be no hindrance when it comes to them. I speak to it right now. I speak to it right now. I speak with the authority that you have given me right now. We should be a debt-free ministry. Everybody in the house will be debt-free. Everybody in your house right now will be debt-free. I speak to that right now. We will have multiple business right now in the house. I speak to that too. God, we will do whatever you call us to do. We're going to go when you tell us to go. We're going to say what you tell us to say. And God, we're just going to have fun with you and doing it. So we believe in you right now, Jesus. In Jesus' name I pray. Say God wants you for a reason, alright? You know how I was always joke with you, and I always play with you. And I said, you're gonna be a minister. You're gonna be a minister. You know how you just said that you confirmed one day that this was your training ground? That's why he brought you here. You're gonna change your people. You're gonna change your people.
Glory to God.
You wanna be the one that stepped up to you. You wanna be the one that everything that God put on the inside of me says I done tap in with him and I'm not in my potential with his potential. I'm going to pour back into you. I'm going to give you everything that God gives you, spiritually and physically. When you go out and you can go to Mexico or wherever you're going to go, you're not worried about finances. You're going to have that. If I got to guarantee you're going to have that. You're going to have that. And I want everything. When I say something, I want all y'all to remember what I said. It's on Facebook. If I gotta give it to you, you will have it. You will have it. You will. I just thank God for this ministry. I mean, that's what I live, eat, breathe this ministry now. Like, I know I took so many days up from the business. It's like, I just want the ministry to go high. I want y'all to go high. I want y'all to be, when we go up, I want all of us to go up. I don't want me and my wife sitting here and y'all sitting here. We all going up. And that's what he placed on the inside of each and every one of us. We going. We going places. Yeah. Y'all understand, when I tell y'all understand how blessed this ministry is? This ministry is truly a blessed ministry. I know I keep saying that, but I need y'all to understand, we are truly blessed to be a 10-month-old ministry. We're truly blessed. And I just love what God placed on the inside of me and my wife, and what he allows them to teach, with the teaching that go forward. Because I know I keep talking, because when I look back, and I see the growth of everybody in here. Let's understand the growth. Just sit back and look at your life for 2 minutes. Think about where you've been at in God before you came here. That's all I want you to do. Think about how God is using you now. Think about how He's elevating you and putting you on another level. Think about how before you came here, if you wasn't doing it, how you pray over your house now. How you pray over your wife now. Think about it. And I love what the brother said when he was up here. He said he decided to obey his offering. I don't know if y'all catch that, that's big. He said he decided to obey his offering. Y'all don't understand that? He decided to obey his offering. Alright, check this out. What he said, well, I'll let you go. What he is telling you is, he was in a place, in a dark place, where he know he couldn't pay his bills. I'm exaggerating what's going on. But he was in a dark place. He knew what he had, he couldn't do it. So he took what he had and he showed it to the source. He tapped in. That's what he did. Anything we go through, we can tap in. That's all I'm trying to say. Tap in with God. Tap in.